The Akoma.
Akoma, happy Akoma Day. It is day 6, and we are so excited to be with you for another day of the art and science of Black love culture. We are reading from the Akoma Day book, and today's virtue is fondness and goodwill. This is one of my favorite virtues, and I think it's underrated. Being polite, being fond, thinking the best of yourself and your partner, it's an underrated virtue. So to share from the Akoma Day book, fondness and goodwill equal affection and tenderness. Fond feelings in an Akoma relationship produce goodwill acts. And that is so true. The better you think, right? The better you're going to act. There is a difference between loving your relationship and loving your partner. To be fond of your partner is to like them as a person. That's a big one. Your partner should be your best friend in theory and in practice. To claim a best friend outside of your relationship is to reduce the position of your union. Often, a couple's friendship takes a back seat to the work in a relationship. Too often, we are more polite, generous, and compassionate to strangers than our mates due to disassociation. A wise Akoma couple will remember to schedule specific times to nurture compassion while balancing responsibility. Appreciate and enjoy the special moments of quiet time, intimacy, and laughter. Celebrating positive qualities doesn't involve ignoring our imperfections and the work they require. A friendly smile, a warm word, and a loving touch make a difference when they're sincere in a home, as in the world. Imagine an existence where Black people love each other as themselves. There are so many facets of our personalities. Get to know your love from someone else's point of view by interviewing their friends, relatives, coworkers, a teacher, or a guide. You will learn new reasons to grow in love because we don't fall in love. Another word, purge. With them, we grow in love with them. And to be surprised as what they share with the different people in their lives is going to make us even more fond and kind to our partner.
Yes, I love that. Being friends is something that most people that we work with say that they desire in a relationship. And I think it is very important to have that goodwill to one another. Relationships are work, and they can become drudgery if you don't find the friendship in the union. Now, we can debate about should you be best friends or I say yes. Some people say we can be working partners without being best friends, but whatever works for the individual couple, I will say this. It is very important that we have a fondness for each other because we know from our various industries, nothing is more disenchanting than working many hours every day, year after year with somebody who you don't like. And unfortunately, because we don't develop the skill sets that we need, many of us are in intimate relationships, loving a person, sharing our time, our energy, our money, our body with a person that we don't actually like as a person. And that's a painful experience. And that's an experience that we want to eliminate through the Akoma Day virtues and principles. So the principle that goes with this in the Akoma Day book that was written in 2007 is unified body. However, as the holiday has evolved, we did a juxtaposition or a reordering of some of the principles. So when you see the stuff on your as you're following us on this page, you may see this. The principle may be what principle with it?
Mind.
Unified mind. Right. And then body was with consistency, correct? Endurance. Okay. So there's a little bit of change around. And for those of you that have been with us for many, many years, so much of this has changed.
And we actually used to say mind body, spirit, or body, mind,
spirit, right?
And then we
evolved
we went to
yeah, we went to soul, understanding the difference between spirit and soul. So, you know, you will see a little nuance difference. And over the years, we've continued to explain this, but we're explaining it now because it's important to understand that Akoma Day in its current it was conceived in 1997, but this current, it changed so much from that version to this version that we don't have the same continuity, because Akoma Day was originally 1 day, now it's 7. It was totally different than the way it is now. So we say those first years were kind of like the template for this new version. And because we mark this new version from 2001, we say this is the 25th annual celebration. So, you know, it's a work in progress.
All the virtues and all the principles.
Yeah, all the virtues and principles kind of go together, right?
And they're necessary for love.
Right.
We're using each day to concentrate on one to help us focus and help us renew.
Right, absolutely. So it says here, unified body is a joint physical activity and health. An Akoma relationship uses the concept to deepen their earthly connection. The current state of today's Black couples reflects physical abuse. We either don't understand our present health conditions or have chosen to ignore them. The Black community suffers from high rates of diabetes, obesity, high blood pressure, heart conditions, cancers, and sexually transmitted diseases. These health realities lead to Black women having the poorest living health and Black men having the highest mortality rate. Our destructive behaviors include smoking together, drinking hard liquor, erratic sleep patterns, lack of home schedule, fighting one another, physical violence, and sharing in improper diet. As a result, we have become the shamefully desperate consumer of every pseudo-health gimmick. To properly counteract these conditions, we must incorporate a culturally holistic approach to our physical experience. To transform our collective body, we must do the following activities together: walk, dance, exercise, Kupagani Ngumi, which is Afro-Kemetic martial arts system, and Aryan Ka, which is Abu Aryan Ka, which is what we commonly call yoga. An Akoma couple also employs a home schedule that includes a rise and rest time, healthy meal time, and family meeting time, as we discussed before. Furthermore, there's also scheduled time for chores, home maintenance, constructive entertainment, recreation, and free time for everybody just to do their thing. This is so important. What I'm really working with this year and focusing on the reclamation of my health as I get older and older. It's more important that I'm sleeping, which is something that I really, really struggle with. Stay up late night. I'm a late night thinker. I'm a late night, I'm open. Spirit downloads a lot to me. I got to go to bed. I got to stop watching mindless stuff that is deteriorating my health. So it's present for all of us. We all got to deal with this, and we all have something, whether it's diet, whether it's our habits, whether it's scrolling, wasting mental, physical, emotional, and biochemical energy on waste. And so it's time for us to bring back the Lose Waste program that we created many years ago. But this is very important. And the exercises, our exercise 18 that says, it talks about a physical inventory. Exercise 19 in your Akoma Day book talks about activity inventory, what you're going to do separately and what things you're going to do together. And the date night challenge is a way to help you do that. The Akoma 52 date challenge, if you're familiar with that. But then it has exercise 20, which is the time inventory, kind of scheduling out your day and even playing your free time. People think if they have a schedule, they're going to lose their valuable free time. Many of us like to wander. We have those wandering minds. We want that time where we just don't have anything planned. That's cool. You can schedule that as well and within your relationship. So it's very important that we do that. And that's the 3 exercises that talks about that in the Akoma Day book.
And we're moving as a unit, which is another way for you to think about the body. This is,
Right.
you have your body, you want to take care of your partner's body. We want to, I think, be fulfilled in life at our highest physical level, right? But we're also a unit moving together. So we want to think of ourselves as the body, like the unified version of us. And it's important to take care of us and take care of you, take care of your health. Your family, your partner wants you to be as full and as healthy and as vibrant as you can for as long as you can.
Yes.
To be able to experience this kind of embodied physical love. This is the purpose of our physical life, is to be able to know this inside of us. And we want to maintain with as much health and as much peace around that as possible, so that we can experience love to the fullest and at the highest levels for the longest amount of time.
Absolutely. So we want you to take care of your body.
Yes, recommit to something.
Your physical body and your collective body.
You know what it is that you could be doing better, as Montsho said. Whatever that thing is that you want to do better, pick that one thing for yourself. Tell your partner so they can help you with the accountability, and then offer something to your partner. That one thing is a thing that you can work on. I think we take for granted the fact that if we work on something from now until next Akoma Day, we would be making so many strides and have so much momentum. So start with the one thing and then build on it so that you can maintain and that you can be gentle and kind with yourself and treat yourself good in the midst of still wanting to improve and wanting to enhance.
Yes. So we're coming to a close, but we're grateful again that you're riding with us. We ask you to stay plugged in today and get all of the Akoma Day goodies that we'll be sharing. It's food for thought, food for speech, food for action. And we want your thought, speech, and action to be aligned within the context of the art and science of Black love culture, so we can come together individually and collectively and win at the intimate love, which is going to reestablish our family dominance, our community dominance, and then we'll retake our seat back into our positions as the mother and father of humanity on this earth. So this is the charge as we move forward. And again, we thank you for hanging in, and we greet you with the universal words of love, Black love culture. And we say,
Ni Akoma.
Ni Akoma.